Lads. Lads, welcome to another match preview. How are we all doing? How are you doing, Hal?
Excellent. More importantly, though, throwing it straight back at you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. It's been a little bit of a busy day. Been very, very busy trying to get here, but we're here, and we're going to be talking about Sheffield United against Bristol City. I'm glad I did that right. First of all, didn't call them Bristol and didn't call them Bristol Rovers because we've already played Bristol Rovers once, haven't we?
I'm trying to think the last time that Sheffield United would have played two clubs from the same city in the Cup, and we're not including London, of course, in that, but a place in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup is on the line. And I should mention you can join us for the watch-along from 7 p.m. this Wednesday. The game is being aired on BBC Red Button.
Yes, it is, and I'm really excited for this one. It's another FA Cup game that we've done quite well in recently. Shall we talk about the last FA Cup game, or shall we talk about the last Premier League game?
I think the last Premier League game probably makes more sense.
It does, and to be honest, it's not like we're playing a weakened side or anything like that in the FA Cup. It's straight through, isn't it? So we played Chelsea. It was a very bitty, very scrappy game for me. I don't think we particularly played that well. I don't think Chelsea particularly played that well. They were a little bit more quality on show, probably from Chelsea. Decision making in the final third, probably a little bit better from them. There were some nice little bits like John Fleck taking on about 3 or 4 players. Jayden Bogle taking on a few players as well. We had some nice things to kind of shout about. We got a goal, even though we didn't score it, but we certainly enjoyed that, didn't we, Hal, on the watch-along?
Yeah,
we both screamed our little heads off. So that's Chelsea. We possibly could have got a point from it, but we didn't. We move on. We move on to the FA Cup. Hopefully we can get through to the... Is it 6th round or is it quarter-final?
Yeah, it'll be the quarterfinals, and the draw for that will actually take place on Thursday evening, just ahead of the final 5th round tie, Barnsley versus Chelsea, that final one.
Excited. The last one was a bit of a weird draw, wasn't it? Two at the time. It was the first time that's ever happened, definitely.
In this country, yeah, very common in Spain, actually, that they do it in that way. This will actually be the first FA Cup meeting between Bristol City and the Blades since 1975, and the good omen there is United won 2-0.
Oh, that's good. Was that at home or away?
Follow-up questions.
I always do this to you, don't I? Come on, that's not a hard one.
I don't know.
We'll move on.
I need to look that bit up.
I'll let you talk about last time out against Bristol City.
Well done again. Sheffield United versus Bristol City. This one was at home, 30th of March 2019, and a 3-2 loss for the Blades. Yeah, the Robins winning that one thanks to Andreas Weimann. He got a hat-trick in that match. Our goals coming from Billy Sharp and on-loan striker Scott Hogan. Remember him? It was actually Weimann's first career hat-trick as Bristol City twice came from behind to win. It was a very frustrating game to watch for us. Billy Sharp headed home. John Fleck's free kick at the far post. That gave us the lead as early as the 6th minute. Bristol City, they got their hat-trick because Weimann looped in a header from Jack Hunt. Remember him? His cross in the first half. Then substitute Scott Hogan on loan from Aston Villa headed in his first goal. That was from Baldock's cross. Amazing how many of these are still at both clubs. That was 19 minutes from time. But Weimann levelled for the second time on 77 when he turned home Casey Palmer's cross before slotting the winner past Dean Henderson after playing a 1-2 with Famara Jeju. That was on 83, and that's how he got his hat-trick.
Yeah, I remember Marvin Johnson being very, very poor at defending that game. And I think that's the last we ever saw of him, possibly.
My mum actually met him when he signed for us in what was then called the Copthorne Hotel. I don't know what it's called now, even if it's open. And all I remember her saying was that his cologne was very strong.
His cologne? Is your mum American?
She smelt him before she saw him. That's all I remember.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. That was a horrible game. That was one of the worst of the season. I think we all thought we'd blown it, didn't we?
Yeah, we really did. An interesting actual stat from this one, Nick, is that 6 of the last 8 meetings between the two sides have been won by the away team.
Oh, right. That is weird. Yeah, because I remember the last time we played them away, we were 3-0 up at half-time, weren't we?
With some great goals, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely some excellent goals. So, team news. I'm going to quickly go through the long-termers, which is Jack O'Connell, Sander Berger, as always. And now I'm going to start saying Jack Robinson in this because we've not seen him for a while. Chris Wilder definitely told us that he is not kind of excluded from the squad, however much it kind of seemed like that at the time. So it's looking like George Bulldog is probably going to be out because Wilder's not mentioned him in his pre-match interview. Ender Stevens is going to be back in this game, we've been told, which is great. Great to have Ender Stevens back. Let's just hope that we get the old Ender Stevens back and not kind of this season and the end of last season Ender Stevens. But Lys Mousset is also looking like he's fit, Chris Wilder said. So we're not far off the full bill of health, really, other than obviously the long one, the ones that we're not expecting back. So predicted lineup for me, I'm going to go Mr. Aaron Ramsdale in the net. I wonder if League One Wes is going to get any sort of game time this season. I doubt it very much. We're going to go Jayden Bogle at right wing back. Can't see anybody else playing there with George Bullock being injured. Chrissy Basham, right centre back. John Egan, but could be Phil Jagielka possibly. Jag's definitely deputised well against Man United for John Egan. So who knows? Who knows? You never know. You might throw him in there. And then left wing back's a bit of a question mark as well, I think, because Ender Stevens obviously could be coming back. He might play him at left centre back, and he might play Osborne at left wing back. He might play Keane Bryan there still. He might play Ethan Ampadu there. But what I've gone for is Keane Bryan at left centre back. I think he's going to try and give him a little bit more confidence after, obviously, passing the ball to Werner to get brought down, and then play either Stevens or Osborne. I'm going to say Osborne at left wing back, obviously, because he was back last week and Stevens wasn't. Ethan Ampadu, defensive midfield for me. I think he might give Norwood a rest, and then Lunay, Flekke in the midfield. And this is, me and you spoke about this, Hal, didn't we? Strikers. Who is he going to pick? Like, it could be anyone. Week in, week out, it could be anyone. Billy Sharp's playing out of his skin.
It's 2 from 5 now, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. We were thinking it was 2 from 4 before Wilder said about Lys Mousset. So, McGoldrick's playing out of his skin, obviously. Billy Sharp is. McBurney's come back into it and staked his claim a little bit. Ryan Brewster's always there because I feel like it's going to be Brewster and somebody else.
I don't think it's going to be McBurney just because he's come back from a long injury. And let's remember, he played the full 90 against Chelsea.
Yeah, you're probably right there, mate. You're probably right. But then who's the other one? Sharp. Okay. I'm just wondering if he's going to start Sharp in the next game in the league. So who knows? Let's go Sharp and Brewster then. That's what it was for the Plymouth game. And I went on Ben's channel, a Bristol City fan channel, and I couldn't for the life of me remember who we played in the game before. I remember Bristol Rovers. I wanted to say Crawley, but Leeds lost to Crawley. I could not think of Green or Me.
That's very funny. I watched that preview. You did a really good job. So did he as well. Nice lad.
Very nice lad. And I gave him a few little bits of compliments afterwards as well because he was so good for his age. Like I wouldn't have been anywhere near that good at that age. He's probably better than I am now, to be honest. So let's move on to opposition view, and I'll let you. Did you watch that so that you can talk about it in this video?
I did, yes.
You little cheeky man, so you didn't have to do any research.
Well, I do know the manager is Dean Holden. That's very helpful. And I knew this before because, of course, the Robins lost against their rivals Cardiff City at the weekend. They've now failed to collect any points from their last 3 league matches. They are not on good form. The natives, they are restless. They are 10th in the second tier. 6 points off the playoffs, but as we know, everyone is 6 points off the playoffs, apart from Wednesday in that league. In the Cup, they have seen off Portsmouth and Millwall. They beat Millwall, of course, 3-0 to make it to this stage. We mentioned Andreas Weimann getting a hat-trick. He's actually going to be out for this game, which is handy. Jay Da Silva likely to be out. Callum O'Dowda, who are due rate, and Tommy Rowe, all carrying injuries, not expected to play. Striker Famara Jeju is the danger man. He scored in 3 of his last 4 FA Cup appearances for Bristol City. So their possible starting lineup, I mean, it could be O'Leary, could be Bentley, but Mariappa, Callas, Mawson, Moore, Semoyo, Viner, Backinson, Palmer, Naki Wells, and Jeju, who I mentioned.
I'm so glad that Weimann's not playing because he annihilated us, didn't he, like you said earlier on. And I just think he's a great striker, to be perfectly honest. So it's good that he's not playing. Naki Wells, I'm always a big fan of Naki Wells. I think we should have tried to sign him when he went to QPR, was it? I think it was when he went to QPR. I wanted us to sign him. Let's crack on to the score predictions. So what are you saying, Hal?
With United looking to reach the quarterfinals in the FA Cup in successive seasons for the first time since 2004, I'm saying 3-1 Sheffield United.
That is some very, very good stats knowledge. Is that one from Adam?
No, that's a Hal Stewart original. I'm just going to claim that.
Love that, mate. Love that. So you've gone 3-1. Do you know what? Before you said that, I would have probably gone for the same score. And I think this is the first time it's happened this season. We always go for different scores, but I'm going to go 2-1. 2-1. Okay.
So just a goal out. It's always fascinating to see which one of us can get it wrong the quicker. Often when I go 0-0, it's over as soon as we concede.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of them where you like put a bet on. By the way, I don't condone betting, but when you put a bet on for like 0-0 and then within 5 minutes there's a goal gone in, it's exactly the same thing, isn't it? Or like both teams to score and it ends up being 0-0 and you're like, what an idiot I am.
Well, we absolutely, we don't condone betting unless you are a betting company and you wish to sponsor the Sheffield United way.
Still then, I don't think I'm happy with that. Not a big fan of the betting malarkey. So let's move on to memorable matches.
I am going to take you back to a fine double by James Beattie, which helped Sheffield United to win 3-0 over Bristol City. That was on the 4th of October, 2008. We were probably both there, but Beattie opened the scoring with a powerful volley in the first half. That was right in stoppage time from a David Cottrell corner. There was an awful own goal, and Gary Johnson was the manager of Bristol City back there. They were really made to pay for their own mistakes, their own misses. Robins defender Liam Fontaine could only look on in absolute desperation. It was a defensive header following Quinn's corner. Stephen Quinn sort of looped over his own goalkeeper. Basso was in the net. That was on the 54th minute, and it was soon 3-0. Kevin Blackwell's boys made it an unassailable lead. 67 minutes, James Beattie headed home from another David Cottrell corner.
Na 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 na. Love James Beattie.
Me too.
One of my favourite strikers of all time. Anyway, so is it that time of the video, Hal?
It's that time of the video, our favourite section where we go back to player connections, and I'm going to give you one that is still on our books, although technically on loan. Luke Freeman, who played for Bristol City 105 times, scoring 10 goals between 2014 and 2017.
Yeah, got him on mine as well. Next, I'm going to go for somebody who is still technically on the books again, just been brought into the 25-man squad, Mr. Simon Moore.
Mr. Simon Moore.
How'd you like them apples?
I love apples. Martin Wolford.
Oh, that's a good one. That is a really, really good one. I'm sure he was quite decent at Bristol City as well.
It's a good shout because he played 54 times, scored 4 goals. I saw only 28 appearances and 1 goal for us. I saw him play a lot for York City, and actually Wolford was fantastic for York. One of arguably their best ever players.
I think he has always been good technically, but he kind of lost his legs when he came to Bramall Lane. Next, I'm going to go for Callum Robinson. A lot of people don't know that Callum Robinson played for Bristol City. A lot of people don't know what Callum Robinson was before Preston. So, yeah, Callum Robinson played for Bristol City, and obviously we've just let him go.
Yeah, I'll give you striker Andy Smith, who played 10 times for Bristol City in 2007. Do you remember Andy Smith?
Do you know what? I went like that, and I was thinking of Martin Smith. So
right,
no,
very very different. Martin Smith was much
very
better.
good. Yeah, Andy Smith, was he a youngster?
Yeah, youngster. I remember him playing against Preston at Bramall Lane and missing an absolute sitter, I think.
Yeah, I don't know much else about him, to be honest. So we'll move on to John Stead. What a goal scorer he was for most of his career. I think he had one spell. I think it was Sunderland where he was just terrible. Couldn't hit a barn door with a banjo. But I really like John Stead. Obviously, we had him in the Premier League, and he scored some goals for us and could have kept us up, couldn't he, really, if the defence was a little bit better. I always remember that excellent goal that he scored against West Ham when he came in from the right and just bent it in with his wrong foot right into the corner. Loved him.
Yeah, me too. Keith Curl, my second to last one. I just thought of another one. Keith Curl, he's actually from Bristol, and he played for Bristol Rovers and Bristol City. 121 games for the Robins.
Oh, do you know what? I never knew he played for them. I only really knew like Man City and Wolves and obviously ourselves. And there's two. I've got two. Can I just go two right now?
Go on.
I know you might have them though. I'll do one. Matt Hill.
I didn't have Matt Hill.
Oh, you didn't have Matt Hill. Matt Hill was very, very mediocre League One player. So the less said about him, the better, I think.
I'll give you Brian Howard.
Very good. I didn't have Brian Howard. These are good, because I thought these were quite difficult.
And it's rare because I haven't told you any of the ones I was going with before, and we've kind of gone back and forth like a racket sport.
Yeah, very good. Have you got any more?
No, I'm out.
Oh, are you ready for this one?
Give it to me.
He didn't play a game for Bristol City, though, but he did play. He did sign for them. You'll know why I want to use it in a second. Diego De Girolamo.
The future.
The future. He played 2 games for us, though, believe it or not. He must have come on as a sub because I don't remember him playing for us at all.
Crew. I think he played at Crew in the.
Very good.
Yeah, I think so. Help us out. Diego Di Girolamo, the future of Sheffield United, the Italian national team, and Juventus. The 2 games he played for the Blades. If you know where they were, stick them in the comments.
I'm sure Adam will know. And finally, how are we going to beat Bristol City? Quite difficult because I'm guessing, Hal, you've not seen too much Championship football this season like me.
Oh, you guess wrong, sir. I haven't missed a single Championship review on Quest. I like Colin Murray. So, I've watched all of their highlights this season.
Brilliant. That's great. I love Colin Murray as well, and that's one of the reasons why I'm not too gutted about going down to
that's the reason.
Colin Murray.
Quest.
Yeah, he's a legend, Colin Murray. And I've still oh no, I haven't. I was just gonna say I've still got the last game of the season, the Stoke match, on record on my Skybox. And I go back and watch it so many times, but I've just got a new Skybox, I've lost it.
Yeah. Oh well, we're getting a new one next week, so I'll lose all the things I've got recorded. Didn't know that. Didn't also know where Diego Di Girolamo was playing, but Chris is absolutely right. He is with Buxton now. Thank you for that.
Chris is the new Adam, I think. I think Adam needs to book his ideas up.
Don't say that. So Adam did give us this stat that Darius Henderson in 2009 and Andreas Weimann in 2019 both scored hat-tricks away from home in the fixture between the Blades and Bristol City.
Crazy. So, let's go back to how we're going to beat Bristol City. Now, I know Bristol City are not having the best of times at the moment. They are, like Ben said on the video the other day, they're not pulling up too many trees. So what do we think? What we're going to do? Are we going to... I don't know what we're going to do, Hal.
Well, it is hard to know because they're on a real slump and their season looks to be just petering out into nothing. It doesn't look like they're going to go down, although I think they have lost more games than Wednesday, and it doesn't look like they're going to make the playoffs, and Dean Holden might not last the season. They'll need a cup run very similar to us. This is the biggest game of the season, Nick, because if we lose this, effectively, our season is over. I don't think we're going to get out of the relegation zone. I think we'll probably finish third from bottom. And the only thing we've got to hope for is winning the FA Cup, which is a tall order in itself. So this is a massive game. We've got to win, and we'll just have to play our best football. And if we do, on paper, we're better than them, so we should win.
Right, and on that depressive note, let's leave everyone there. Thank you, everybody else, for being here. Any more comments, Hal, that we could pop up on screen?
I've put most of the best ones on, but I mean, Chris is he's right when he says about the pressure, and he's slightly annoyed if it goes to Sharp and Didsey, because that begs the question as why they didn't play the. You know what? It begs the question why they haven't played a lot, and we could have just stuck with them two as soon as we got promoted and saved 53 million.
Yeah,
keeping that positive vibe going,
No, I know exactly what you're saying, because I think Man United was the first game since we got promoted that they played up front together, and especially in the league, and that's a bit embarrassing, really, because they were so good in the Championship together. So yeah, that Captain Kosa, good old Robert, like and subscribe, guys. By the way, we did get a donation earlier
Stephen.
on. Did you see that?
Yeah, I popped that on screen a little earlier. That is wonderful, Stephen Walker. Thank you so much. If you want to be part of Super Chat, you know what to do. And hi to all of you, wherever you are in the world, wherever you're joining us. We really appreciate you joining these live. We'll keep doing them for as long as we possibly can. Yeah,
and we're going to obviously be doing the watch-along live tomorrow night from 7 p.m. So, very exciting. So, thank you for being here, Hal.
All right, cheers.
Being in the comments. And what we'll do is we'll say, stay good, Nick. Goodbye. God bless. Whatever.